Europe's transformation is unbelievable. From the ruins of 1945 to the world we know today. Let's travel back in time.
Our journey begins in Berlin. Today, it's a symbol of unity and power. But 80 years ago, it was the epicenter of a world in ruins. But Berlin wasn't alone. From the streets of Paris to the docks of London, the continent was a canvas of destruction, waiting for a miracle.
They called it Stunde Null, 0 hour. A city erased, a nation broken, and a future that seemed impossible to rebuild.
Fast forward to today. Look at the towering Fernsehturm and the iconic Brandenburg Gate. Berlin has risen from its ashes, transforming from a city in ruins to the beating heart of a modern Europe.
But the German miracle wasn't an isolated event. To the west, France was facing its own struggle to reclaim its glory. Paris, the city of light, had spent years under the shadows of occupation. While its heart remained unbroken, its streets bore the scars of a continent at war. Rebuilding wasn't just about stones and mortar, it was about restoring the pride of a nation.
Today, Paris shines brighter than ever. From the futuristic skyline of La Défense to the timeless glow of the Eiffel Tower, France has transformed its scars into a masterpiece of modern architecture and economic resilience. The City of Light is back, leading Europe into a new era.
March 30th, 1945. A Sherman tank of the 7th Armored Division pushes through the ruins of Borken, Germany. At this moment, the city was almost 80% destroyed, a landscape of pure devastation. But look at the same spot today. The scars of war have vanished, replaced by a thriving modern community. From the ashes of 1945, a miracle was built. In April 1945, on a metro bridge in the Berlin suburb of Lichtenberg, a Soviet officer stands beside a sign that reads, "Berlin bleibt Deutsch." Berlin remains German. The battle for the city is over, yet the message lingers, frozen in place like an echo of defiance. The irony is unmistakable. The words of propaganda survive even as the regime that proclaimed them has collapsed. In this single moment, victory and illusion collide, revealing how symbols often outlast power and how history leaves behind traces that speak louder than triumph itself. During the battle for Berlin, refugees move along Wilhelmstrasse, passing the air ministry of Hermann Göring. With the city collapsing around them, they walk beneath the symbols of power that once ruled Germany's skies. In this moment, fear, exhaustion, and survival replace ideology, capturing the human cost of a city in its final hours. In 1945, a woman serving in the U.S. Army stands before Berlin's Siegessäule, posing like a tourist in a conquered city. Behind the casual gesture lies a powerful contrast, a monument of past victory now framed by defeat, and a soldier witnessing history not as a conqueror, but as a quiet observer of a fallen capital. Around March 1945, U.S. soldiers moved through the suburb of Bickendorf during the battle for Cologne.
Street by street, the fight tightens, turning ordinary neighborhoods into front lines. In this brief scene, the quiet of civilian life is erased, replaced by the relentless advance that signals the city's approaching fall.
In April 1945, soldiers stand over a map of Lippstadt after the city has been captured. The fighting has ended, but decisions now shape what comes next. In this moment, paper replaces gunfire, and the fate of a conquered city is traced line by line. In late March or early April 1945, Allied tanks fill the streets of Drenstein Fort in a tight, close-up view. Steel dominates the frame, signaling control and momentum. In this silent advance, the war's outcome feels inevitable, pressed forward by engines, armor, and the final push toward victory. On April 1, 1945, in Münster, U.S. soldiers of Company E, 194th Glider Infantry Regiment, 17th Airborne Division, received their first cigarettes since landing on March 24 during Operation Varsity. Amid the tension of war, this small moment of relief offers a fleeting taste of normalcy, humanizing soldiers hardened by battle and marking a brief pause in the relentless push through enemy territory. In early April 1945, Allied soldiers stand at a checkpoint in Lippstadt, guarding captured German prisoners. Tension hangs in the air as the city lies in their control, a stark reminder of victory and defeat meeting on the same streets. Every glance and gesture tells the story of a war reaching its final, unforgiving chapters. On April 1, 1945, the leading elements of two Allied army groups met at Lippstadt, east of the Ruhr, sealing the encirclement of Germany's Army Group B. Over 300,000 German troops were trapped, marking the collapse of the last major fighting force on the Western Front. In this decisive moment, the war's end drew closer, as strategy and momentum converged to crush what remained of Germany's resistance. Around March-April 1945, an Allied soldier stands watch at a German roadblock in Lippstadt after the city has fallen. Silence and control replace the chaos of battle, each step along the streets a reminder of victory, occupation, and the heavy cost of a city wrested from enemy hands. In March or April 1945, Sherman tanks roll through Lippstadt after crossing the Rhine. Steel and firepower dominate the streets, signaling the unstoppable advance of the Allies. Every rumble of their engines marks the collapse of German defenses and the relentless push toward the heart of a defeated Reich. Around April 9, 1945, U.S. soldiers of the 97th Infantry Division move through Wilhelmstrasse in Siegburg, with the city's train station just out of frame. The streets, scarred by battle, echo with the footsteps of advancing troops, each step marking the relentless push deeper into Germany as the war nears its final days. On April 10, 1945, a forward observer team of the 97th Infantry Division takes cover in the doorway of the Marienkapelle, directing a fire mission against German positions in Siegburg. Behind their calm, precise commands lies the intensity of battle, every moment a test of nerves as they shape the destruction that will decide the city's fate. In 1940, soldiers of the German Wehrmacht stand before the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel in occupied Paris. The monument becomes a backdrop to conquest, turning a symbol of French pride into a silent witness of defeat. In this frozen moment, power is displayed without words, marking the fall of a city and the reach of German domination at its height. Allied soldiers advance near the Eiffel Tower, moving toward the Pont d'Iéna, the 19th century bridge spanning the Seine in central Paris. With weapons ready and history all around them, their march signals liberation in motion as a city once occupied watches power shift back across its most iconic streets. In August 1944, Allied soldiers stand before the Eiffel Tower during the liberation of Paris. What was once a symbol overshadowed by occupation now rises over a city reclaimed. In this moment, victory is visible, and Paris breathes free again under the watch of its most enduring landmark. In August 1944, Allied and Free French forces advance through the heart of Paris during its liberation. Crowded streets become corridors of victory as occupation gives way to defiance and hope. In this decisive passage, the city's center witnesses the return of freedom and the collapse of enemy control. In August 1944, German prisoners sit under guard on a jeep before the Eiffel Tower during the liberation of Paris. Power has reversed in full view of the city's most enduring symbol. In this stark scene, defeat is unmistakable, and liberation stands firm in the heart of Paris. In 1940, German troops stand in the Compiègne forest before the Victory Memorial. Amid the quiet of the trees, the monument bears witness to a nation's surrender and a bitter triumph, as soldiers mark a pivotal moment where history and power collide in silent, chilling authority. On December 14, 1944, in Allied-occupied Paris, two Polish army officers examined the flamethrower of an American soldier while taking in the city's sights. Amid the remnants of war, this fleeting moment blends curiosity with the power of modern arms, capturing the strange contrast of a city at peace under occupation, yet still shaped by conflict. After 5 long years of occupation, Paris has finally been liberated.